Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, we're back in the garage today and we will be working on the Corvette today. And yes, we will actually be working on the Corvette. I know we've done a lot of projects off the car, but today one of these projects will be on the car. Now what we're going to be doing today is actually replacing all of the side marker lights with a set of Vette lights. And you guys might actually be wondering, well, why are you going to be replacing the side lights? Well, basically, now that we've blacked out the headlights with the Morimoto and the Vette lights, front lights, you know, the side markers kind of stand out. You know, the car actually has kind of an all black theme going on. So, you know, the orange or the amber and red side lights, they do kind of stick out. We got black wheels, black trim, black 01 splitters, you know, black hood vent. Oh, and also the black C7 style spoiler in the back. So basically we have a lot of black parts in the car, and I've been wanting to update these for a while, and I actually didn't know that these parts existed. So what we have here is a new side marker light from Vette Lights. Now these new lights are not just a smoked lens. It's actually an LED bulb. You guys can actually see the output on the back here. That will actually plug into the slot on the car. So here's going to be kind of a before and after. And if the car was on, you would just see this outer edge glowing right here. I believe it's just a 194 bulb. So if you take a closer look at the actual new side marker light, you actually will see an LED strip going from the front all the way to the back. And I actually did not know about these lights even existed. I just haven't really been paying attention to Vette Lights, unfortunately. But I happened to see a thread over in one of the Facebook groups, since I kind of asked, hey, are these still available? You know, so the price that we paid for these on that group buy was actually very affordable. I think the normal price for these will be something like about $100. That could be, could be a little less, a little bit more than that. Something around $100, which is, so that's actually not too bad for an entire replacement lens and an LED strip inside of it. When I first saw these, I kind of thought that, honestly, I thought they were just the OEM ones that had been kind of cut open and a strip put in it, and maybe, the backing plate kind of glued back on. But if you guys look, this is an entirely all new housing. There's no OEM parts kind of reused. You know, these are brand new manufacture. You know, these aren't like 15-year-old parts like we have on the car. I'm actually quite impressed that this is an entirely new assembly and not just kind of retrofitted parts that I've seen other companies do, and at a real good affordable price too. So let's go ahead and get started on the install on these. What we're going to do is we're going to show you one side of the installation. It'll probably be the driver's side, just due to the fact that we're going to have more room on this side of the shop. Yeah, so we'll show you the driver's side, but let's go ahead and get these installed. And I do kind of want to show you the side marker up against the headlights. So like I said, yeah, that's going to blend in really, really well. All right, guys, we're going to get started on the driver's side front. Make sure you have your wheel turned all the way to the right. That way you have plenty of room to get to all the hardware on the back side of the wheels. So what we have up front is a set of 7mm screws and a T15 Torx on the bottom. Pending your car is stock and no one has messed with any of the hardware, that should be the size. So let's go ahead and get these undone. So like I said, here's your T15. Take that all off, and you should be able to get in here. So now that we got the panel off, we can actually get back behind the light, and should be able to push this out. There's gonna be a little clip. Might need a screwdriver for the front one. There's a tab that you're trying to push off, and should be that. All right, so you're eventually gonna pop off the tabs. This very front one, right here, that's the one I was having trouble with, so I ended up getting a screwdriver, pushing on the end of it. You can actually kind of see some marks on it. Push the ends of it in, and eventually this light will pop off. So here's a side-by-side of the OEM piece and the aftermarket piece from Vette Lights. So like I said, all new construction. I will say this, the tabs are a little bit skinnier on the newer pieces. I mean, it can't be more than like a 16th of an inch. They are a little bit skinnier. That's one thing I noticed. That might be just to help with the removal of these, because this one so far was a real big pain to get out. And then what we need to do is find our wiring harness. Alright, so what we're going to do next is remove the bulb from the wiring harness. Pull this out. This is a 194 FYI. We're going to take the harness end, you know, the LED insert if we want to call it that. We're going to plug it in. And this end is actually polarity sensitive, so if you plug it in wrong, you're going to have to take it back out. So, alright, then you're going to kind of push the wire back in and then find out which direction this one goes. Alright, so the wire's in. Don't push it all the way back in because we still need to make sure that polarity is correct. Go back into the car and turn the lights on, and that should tell you if you're good. Alright, I think I can see the reflection off the camera. Yep. So the light's good to go. Now we're gonna do the final install, and you kind of want to make sure that you push these in kind of even, because you don't want this light to snap. Those tabs, like I said, they're a little bit thinner than the stock ones, and so I have a feeling if you pressed like too hard on one side, you could really break them. So, and the tabs that I'm talking about are these two right here. Wow, it looks like I almost broke that one, but actually it's molded that way. So, you know, you don't want to be breaking these on your new lights. Alright, so here's the whole lighting package up front. Got the Morimoto fog light, the Morimoto Vette Light headlight, and the Vette Light LED smoked out side marker. Here's what the front looks like with all the lights off. Blacked out headlight, blacked out side marker, and then down here the blacked out LED fog light. Now to wrap up the front, real simple, put those 4 7mm screws back in, the 1 T15 screw on the bottom. That will be done up front. In the back, this install is actually a lot simpler. So let's get this front taken care of and we'll get started on the back. Alright guys, so for this back light, all we're going to have to do is take out the outermost left tail light. So this one, that tail light has a T15 Torx on the top of it. Take that bolt out, we'll take the light out, and then you'll be able to stick your hand through the light slot into the fender and knock out this last rear turn signal. Alright, so we got the rear turn signal out. Like I said, here's that T15 bolt. You would never be able to see this, you know, without it being on the car. So T15 little screw, take that out. And as you guys can see, we have a hole in here. And what we're gonna do is go in here. I've got my hand in the car, and we're simply just pushing on the light. As you guys can see, it is trying to pop out. Alright guys, turns out we actually have a broken rear side marker. I don't know when this broke, but it didn't break when I just took it out. All I did was pull the back out, push on this front piece. I didn't even have to use a screwdriver this time, and the alignment stud is actually broke and it's stuck in the car, so push that out. Yeah, that'll fall out later. But now that we have the factory light out, go ahead and grab the Vette Lights light. And again, we're going to swap the 194, take that out, put the plug in, make sure it's correct, turn the lights on in the car, and we'll go ahead and see if this last one works. Alright, so we have the rear side marker light plugged in, everything's working. Let's go ahead and try to push this thing in and get it working. Alright, there you go. Alright, so here's your factory red one. Here's the new Vette Lights black one, and if I might say so, this really does blend in with the car. You know, it matches the trim, matches the wheel. Matches rear spoiler. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to be it for the smoked LED side marker lights from Vette Lights. You know, like I said, that was kind of the last piece of the car that really stuck out. You know, that kind of needed to be blacked out, as they say. But yeah, I think those look pretty dang good. And by the way, here is the passenger side. I already installed this side off camera. So but yeah, the front and back's done, and we should be good to go. I want to give a special shout out to Cole at Vette Lights for putting together that group buy. I mean, it was a significant discount on these, so that's pretty cool. And I want to thank him for that, and just keep coming up with these new products for the C6. Yes, the chassis is a bit old, but you know, it's cool seeing people putting together projects and products, you know, to help just make your car look a little bit better. So that's actually it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more Corvette content, make sure you hit the bell notifications, hit that subscribe button. And if you guys want to help support the channel, I'll try to have a link down to the side marker lights down below. And also check out our website, BonecrrusherSS.com. Thanks guys. Have a great one.